Good morning. It's been a minute. Wow. January is almost over. This fast is almost over. And let me tell you, this was the most frustrating fast I've ever been on. So I probably did it wrong, but I've never faced so much opposition in my life. I've been fasting, I think 2012 or 13, and never have I faced what I faced the last few weeks, which is why I haven't made videos, because I ain't gonna be a hypocrite. I told you, I'm not gonna preach at you and then talk outside the other side of my mouth. So that's why I've been silent, because I won't do that. So faced with a lot of anger towards people. I did let it go. I finally decided to let it go. I was sick. You might still be able to tell, still kind of dark circles, and I don't get sick. I told you, I don't get sick. I don't know in my almost 8 years of being at this company if I have ever called off sick. And if I did, it was for a day, but I was out 3 days. And I wasn't really even sick. It was just exhaustion. The first few days was like that nauseous feeling, but no fever, no throwing up, nothing, just body ache and no appetite. And because I didn't eat and because I wasn't drinking enough, I was depleted. And I tried to go back to work Friday and I was like, nope. So Friday was my turning point, because I was mad. I was feeling fine in the morning and I got to work and I was like, what in the world? So I got serious, and when you want something bad enough, you get serious about it. Desperate people are very persistent. So, if you know somebody who's trying to get in a relationship like so bad, they have every dating app possible. They go to the bar, they go to the club, they'll go to the gym, just to try and meet somebody, change the grocery shopping time just to just to see, what's out there. But they're persistent. They do fine, they do fine. But when you're not feeling well, you gotta want it bad enough to get better. Did I enjoy laying on the couch, being babied, and watching Murder, She Wrote? 100%. But you can't get better doing those things. Yeah, I went to my parents' house. Also because my apartment was really cold and like the heat didn't kick on until it was like above 0. So, yeah, so I stayed at the farm all week. But Friday, I got serious. I got my healing scriptures out. I was listening to preaching, but in between like naps, because I was so tired. But yeah, so I had to get serious, want to get better bad enough. And when you want circumstances to change, you better get serious about it. You will do whatever it takes. And faith takes. So that's kind of what I wanted to get at today. Is faith has to take action. You got to do something to get the results. And you can read Mark 11. It's, you say to the mountain, God's already provided it. Now it's up to you to open your mouth and speak the blessing, speak and confess and call it in. Call in healing, call in finances, call in the job, call in the spouse. That's your job. It's your job to talk to the mountain. And then you got to act on it. So, if you want a promotion, work harder, show up a little bit early, stay a little bit late, do your best. If you're wanting a spouse, you have to be out. So people have to see you. There's different scenarios. And for healing, you got to do your healing scriptures. You need to act on it. Yet Friday, I made myself go up and down the steps. I did my laundry. I did my parents' and my grandma's laundry. So that was like 3 loads. And I made myself go up and down the steps, folded all the laundry. I made myself eat. Yesterday morning, I still didn't have much of an appetite, but I watched Food Network to get my appetite going. And I did get hungry. And then I went out to the garage to help Dad for a hot second. And I just had to hold a bowl in place. But it's still, you know, I wasn't have been able to do that a couple days ago. So faith takes. I'm healed. I'm fine. I'm going back to work tomorrow. And, you know, when you've had enough, you've had enough. So let's get serious about things. Now that we have fasted for 3 weeks, this isn't a time to quit and go eat garbage. Keep it clean. And stay serious. Stay in the routine that you've been in. If you've been getting up earlier, if you've been staying up later, keep it. Don't quit. Don't go backwards. And that's, you know, I had to repent of a lot of things the last 3 weeks because it got me nowhere. Being in anger mode, you know, Wolverine with my claws out, like literally just the first day. It was like a Monday, and I mean, it was one after another with customers, and I was like, somebody gonna die today. But yeah, thank God I don't see him in person. It's just online. But oh my goodness. And just different things, a lot of different things. But open the door. You can't be in unforgiveness. You can't get out of your love walk because you open the door. When you get out of peace, things are going to happen. So you got to stay covered. And I also want to say, God does not put sickness on people. God does not put you in trials. He says, I don't tempt, I don't tempt and I can't be tempted. It's something like that. And in the Message, it says, this is in James, I forget, it's like 1:18 or something. Let me look it up. I had it on my phone yesterday. But the Message says he's incapable of being tempted. And I don't know, it's in James, something 18. But in the Message it says, you know, you're blaming God for getting you tripped up. No, he'll allow things because you allowed it. You know, like I said, I opened the door, getting out of peace. Well, that's not the God kind of life. So, but he'll help you. He'll help you get out. But that's what I wanted to get at today. So be persistent. Be persistent with what you want. And be smart about it. People go to the extremes, whether to reach fame or fortune, or losing weight. If you're taking Ozempic or pills in general, shots, you need to stop. There will be side effects besides losing weight. There will be negative side effects, and you need to stop. You need to get a nutritionist or find someone that you know that will help you because it could be dangerous. Trying to get fame and fortune and you destroy your family on the way. Just be careful. So, but for healing, it's the same thing. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta push through. If you want to draw closer to God, you gotta push through. You gotta want it. So those are my thoughts today. And I'll be back. I don't know whatever direction, you know, the Lord wants to go in, but be persistent in your faith. Faith keeps on going. You push through. No matter how hard it is, don't give up. Faith doesn't give up. And he'll help you out. So you have a blessed day. You have a great week. I'll be back. I love you guys.